Hey guys, Toast here. I just want to make a video basically comparing the stats of equipment, mostly focusing on an Ice Lord compared to a deathseeker +5, just because Fallen Knights is now giving these Ice Lord scrolls, so that way our free player or maybe a really light spender is now able to actually build an Ice Lord, where before this wasn't even an option for them. And something that I had always heard regarding Ice Lord was that a Ice Lord +3 was about the same as a deathseeker +5, and I just kind of accepted that as true because I never cared to look into it. But now that I've actually seen the stats, I can see that that's not something I would hold basically as a true statement. I would say at a minimum, you want a +4, and ideally you want to be patient enough to wait for a +5. And I'll kind of highlight that here in this little spreadsheet that I've made. And if anyone wants a spreadsheet, I'll include it in the description, just in case the video quality is not real clear, just because I have to kind of scrunch it down so it'll fit on the screen. And what we can see here is an Ice Lord +0, Ice Lord +1, and Ice Lord +2. These are complete and total downgrades compared to a deathseeker +5. And mostly this is because you're losing that resonance bonus of the deathseeker +5. You're not getting that +200% bonus anymore. But also because you're not getting the full damage stats. And these damage stats are very important stats, and they're also very hard to get as you only have a few options to really get them. So you don't want to give up what you can gain in your equipment stats compared to someone who has a full deathseeker +5. You'd be considerably weaker if you don't even have a +3. But we also can see here that at a +3, like I said, what I used to always hear, you'll gain a little bit in your attack stats. As you can see, you're going to lose 2% troop attack, but then you're gaining 17%, which also means that you're only gaining 4% in defense and you're still dropping in health. And since you're still dropping in health and the gains really aren't that big, it doesn't compensate for what you're giving up in these damage stats of 10 and 6% each. So I would aim for at least a +4 so that way you're gaining in all of your attack, defense, and health stats. You're still giving up a little bit in these damage stats, which I feel might make you a little bit weaker than a deathseeker +5. It might be about the same or a little bit weaker. I just don't know the exact combat mechanics to say that with confidence, but if you force me to pick an answer, I would say Ice Lord +4 is still a little bit weaker. So if you can have the patience and you can do the math right, so that when you dismantle your deathseeker +5, it'll let you go to full Ice Lord +5. That's going to be the best option for you. That way you won't lose any of the damage stats, and then you're just going to gain a little bit in troop stats as well as in your individual stats. Now, if you are a spender, I would recommend completely skipping an Ice Lord. It just doesn't really do enough for you. If you get the scrolls and you have all the equipments and all that stuff, and you want to build it along the way, I guess feel free. But I wouldn't waste any speed ups building it. I would just go straight to a flame. With the drops in, with the change in equipment prices now, you can probably get a flameseeker for around $500. Maybe a little bit more if you don't have any materials of stuff, with a little bit less if you had a big stockpile of common and rare materials. And you can see a flameseeker, even a +0, is already a nice upgrade compared to a deathseeker +5. So as always, if you guys have any questions, just ask in the comments. Otherwise, thank you for watching.